Welcome, veterans. George Christos for the Veterans Information Channel. Today, I want to discuss a few things, how to get help, whether you're a veteran, a family member, like a spouse or a child of a veteran, and you need help. I was looking at a story the other day of a veteran who was on the road with his oxygen tank, traveling across counties, walking, because he had to get to a doctor's appointment at a VA facility, and if he missed that appointment, they would kick him out of the system. I don't know if you're aware of that. You miss a couple appointments, they just eliminate you from the system. That's how they treat veterans. That needs to change. But anyhow, one of the best numbers I can give you, best phone number I can give you, is for the disabled American veterans. If you are a, Desert Storm, Gulf War, Afghanistan, Vietnam, all these conflicts, the Persian Gulf War, if you're a veteran and you have any kind of injury, illness, fatigue, headaches, joint pain, indigestion, insomnia, dizziness, respiratory disorders, and the Vietnam veterans with the Agent Orange, you know, uh, there's a whole list. There's a list of 14. You can find that on one of my YouTube videos about the 14 diseases for Agent Orange. But anyhow, the disabled American veterans, their phone number is 513-475-6443. You should write that down, put it on your speed dial on your phone, 513-475-6443. Of course, you can Google any of these numbers, Disabled American Veterans, the VFW. Anyhow, getting back to that story about this veteran. Policeman picked him up, took him to the county line, and at that county line, another policeman picked him up. So anyhow, he traveled over 3 counties to get to the VA facility with the aid of the local police departments, that's great. But why was that veteran in that situation to begin with? Because nobody was helping him. There are dozens of volunteer organizations that are connected to your local VA facility that will provide transportation, housing. There's no need for a disabled veteran or any veteran to be homeless. It just takes a phone call, maybe several phone calls. But I would start with the Disabled American Veterans. Their headquarters located in Cincinnati, Ohio, but they're actually in Kentucky, across the river. Everything in Cincinnati is across the river, the airport, the DAV. So anyhow, that number, once again, 513-475-6443. Another organization, if you don't have a combat service-connected disability is what they call it, service-connected disability, but you're a veteran and you need help. The VFW, their headquarters, 816-756-3390. Should have that on your speed dial, 816-756-3390. You can get help from both organizations. If you're in need of medical care, transportation, housing, food, clothing, you need a caretaker, somebody to help you during the day. You have to call, find out who, what, where, and how can they help you, because they will help you. Your spouse, if you're a disabled veteran and your spouse is taking care of you, that spouse, man or woman, is entitled to some compensation. But you have to call. you have to apply. And you don't apply to the VA. You use an organization like the VFW or the DAV, file your claim. They have attorneys that are disabled veterans, and they will follow up. You know, sometimes your claim goes all the way to Washington, D.C., and you have 3 or 4 disabled American veterans in wheelchairs that are attorneys pleading your case. Now, it shouldn't have to be like that. You know, if you had a DD 214, you were in the service, you should be able to walk into any VA facility and be taken care of. But, you know, the system doesn't work like that. It should. Now, how do we change the system? How do we change the system? Well, it starts with calling Washington, D.C. If you call the Capitol operator, 202-224-3121, 202-224-3121. Put that on your speed dial. You get the operator, you can tell them what state you're in. They will connect you to the office of senators or congressmen in your state. But you just don't have to call them. You can find out who are the members of the Armed Services Committee. Armed Services Committee. Call them, because they're in charge of your health care. You know, they're the ones that work with the VA, try to get bills passed to provide the care that you need. And I mean, every year there are bills passed that help veterans. They're small, little baby steps. It shouldn't be like that. But if you call every day, just make one phone call a day to a congressman or senator and tell them that you want things changed at the VA, that you want the 50,000 jobs unfilled at the VA. And why is that important? Because we have Iraqi veterans, Afghanistan veterans, Gulf War veterans, Persian Gulf veterans, Desert Storm veterans, Vietnam veterans, a few World War II and Korean veterans that are still alive. And they all need help. There's not enough facilities in the United States to take care of all the veterans. You know, there was a program 5 years ago to build 17 new facilities. That was stopped. It was stopped. Money came out of the VA budget and went to for-profit companies, to the Choice Program, that provided nothing. It was a total failure. But we're talking billions of dollars that should have gone to hiring veterans. So enough of that. Most of you know that you're not getting the benefits and health care and support, whether it's housing, food, whatever a veteran needs. We're only 1% of the population. So 99% of the population can't take care of 1%. They sacrificed everything. You know, think of the families that have loved ones that were killed in combat. So it just goes on and on and on. So do your civic duty. You're always a veteran. It doesn't stop, you know? So 202-224-3121, call senators, congressmen, remind them they need to take care of veterans. They need to pass some new bills. They need to fill those jobs. And if you've called the DAV and the VFW and the VA and a patient advocate, that's another one. There's a local patient advocate in your region. You can call your local VA, get that number, put that on your speed dial. You're not getting the right medication. You have any problems with health care, call the patient advocate. And if you're in the system, get on My Healthy Vet. Uh, you know, yeah, it's My Healthy Vet. Anyhow, yeah, get on that, log on, use that to monitor your appointments, your medication, and then you can communicate by message to all your doctors, the patient advocates, your nurses. You can do all that. My Healthy Vet, that's what it's called, myhealthyvet.gov. So, if you have any questions about any of these things, please submit them to me and I'll try to help you out. Maybe don't have all the answers and maybe I'm not 100% correct. I'm just a worn out 74-year-old Vietnam veteran that's just trying to help other veterans. And that's what I've been doing for 52 years. So I hope the best for everyone here in the new year. It's George Christos for the Veterans Information Channel. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of one another. Thank you.